Introducing the all-new Generation 2 Carbide Cutter, the newest mulching machine from Lofness U.S. Attachments, the leader in tree and brush shredding equipment. It's a revolutionary skid-steer mounted shredder for the serious professional operator who needs to get land clearing jobs done fast. Like the original Carbide Cutter and the successful timber axe, the new Generation 2 Carbide Cutter continues the tradition of using a shear bar in a contained cutting chamber to help process the finest mulch with the lowest horsepower requirement of any carbide mulching head. The Carbide Cutter G2 aggressively cuts and mulches up to 6-inch diameter material with reserve capacity to handle larger material when needed. It's designed to be used on skid steer loaders with a minimum of 48 hydraulic horsepower. The two-stage cutting action begins with the rotor picking up material and forcing it to pass between the moving carbide teeth and the stationary counter teeth. The staggered pattern and angles of the counter teeth promote an aggressive feeding action while still minimizing the jamming that plagues competitive cutters. The partially reduced material is trapped in the cutting chamber behind the front bumper. Here, the material is processed to a fine mulch as it passes between the carbide teeth and the recutter bar before being discharged toward the ground. The Carbide Cutter G2 is best suited for rough cut applications like right-of-way clearing, invasive species abatement, forest fire fuel reduction, or land clearing. It uses replaceable, long-lasting carbide tools, allowing you to cut against the ground without concerns about knife sharpening. The unique spiral tooth pattern assures that only one tooth contacts the surface at a time. This results in a smooth, even load with lower horsepower requirements. The twin carbide tips are permanently mounted in pockets for improved impact resistance compared to the surface-mounted tips. If a carbide tooth does become damaged, it can easily be replaced on the machine with standard tools on location. New optional planer teeth increase productivity and produce a finer finished product. For special applications requiring extra fine mulching, an optional second shear bar can be bolted to the row of counter teeth. This dual chipping action will process the material to the finest particle size of any carbide mulching head in the industry. Several features of this innovative design will offer many advantages over other cutters on the market. The new Carbide Cutter G2 utilizes a cutting chamber with a close tolerance shear bar to help reduce particle size and minimize the problems with wrapping and jamming. The special body shape and hitch angle provide all the benefits of a moving door without the hassle. No need to add an auxiliary valve and controls on your skid steer. Where other designs use a damage-prone hinged door with an extra cylinder and hoses, Lofness chose to tie the front of the machine together with a simple welded steel front bumper. When attacking large standing trees, the operator simply rolls the cutter back to expose the carbide teeth to cut through the tree. To process the tree after it is laid down, the rear of the cutter can be lowered to contact the trunk of the felled tree to control cutting depth and to help prevent it from being ejected out the back before it is finished. For forward mulching of material on the ground, the rear of the cutter can be lowered closer to the ground to help trap the material in the cutting chamber to be processed between the teeth and the shear bar and minimize the amount of material being ejected out the back without processing. To achieve a finer mulch, You can recycle the material on the ground by backing up over the same area. In this mode, the material will be pulled up against the shear bar for more efficient cutting and a finer particle size. By tilting the cutter forward as you back up, the shape of the hood and front bumper will assure that the recycled material will be further reduced and discharged toward the ground. No other cutter on the market offers this kind of versatility and control to contain the material and process it the way you want. The Carbide Cutter G2 is available in 51 and 61-inch widths. The 2 and 3/16-inch roller bearings and the spring-loaded three-band belt drives add to the ruggedness of this machine. There are 3 different sizes of gear motors and 2 piston-type motors to perfectly match your skid steer's hydraulic system. Extensive use of hard-ox Swedish steel results in incredible structural strength while keeping the overall weight of the machine as light as possible. The Lofness factory uses old-fashioned work ethics combined with all the latest technology to consistently build quality products. Here, the computer-controlled laser cutter is cutting parts out of hard-ox plate steel to a tolerance of less than 5/1000ths of an inch. The hydraulic press brake uses CNC back gauging and depth control to accurately form parts for better fixturing with less welding gaps. The carbide cutter rotors and other critical components are welded with an automated robotic welder, consistently producing perfect multi-pass welds every time. Every rotor is computer balanced and tested at full operating RPM to assure vibration-free operation, adding to the life of the main bearings and other components. The Carbide Cutter G2 is great for clearing trees from under utility lines and ditches. It blasts through tree lines and brush with ease and leaves a cleaner job site by mulching brush and trees finer than conventional rotary shredders. Lofness U.S. Attachments is on a roll, continually expanding its line of innovative products for the land clearing and forestry industry. The patented Timber Axe led the way and is enjoying continued success. Its high-efficiency sharpened knives provide the finest cut with the lowest horsepower requirement in the industry, bar none. Next came the Timber Axe Extreme. It's a super-sized timber axe available in PTO or hydraulic drive with ratings from 100 to 300 horsepower for a variety of prime movers. Now, the new Carbide Cutter G2 answers our customers' requests for an aggressive machine that will quickly reduce brush and trees to ground level, as well as mulching into the soil surface the finest particle size when needed, without sharpening knives. Also available from Lofness U.S. Attachments. Lofness U.S. Attachments flail mowers in 48, 60, 72, and 90-inch sizes for tractor or skid steer mount applications. The Timber Axe, the most powerful brush and tree shredder for skid steers available. The Timber Axe Extreme mounts on 3-point hitch, PTO drive, reverse platform tractors. Coming soon, watch for hydraulic extreme cutters for a variety of prime movers and excavators up to 300 horsepower. All available with either the Timber Axe sharpened blades or replaceable carbide cutters. Lofness U.S. Attachments Quick Pick mounts on a skid steer loader. It picks up rocks and debris from 2 inches to 2 feet in diameter. Lofness U.S. Attachments crop shredders have set industry standards with outstanding performance along with low horsepower requirements. Lofness U.S. Attachments snow blowers are the forerunners of this company. Dozens of tractor and skid steer mount units are available, ranging from single auger light duty all the way up to 3-auger industrial duty. For more information, call Lofness U.S. Attachments at 1-800-828-7624 or 1-320-848-6266 and visit our website at www.lofness.com.